I'm Felix, and together with my friend Manuel I'm going on a hiking trip in Sweden, and we are taking you with us. It's very flat where we are going. It's around the lake, west of the airport Arlanda, and since it's so easy to do our hiking trip there, we thought we'd make it a little bit more difficult for us, and we are only going to use our feet as means of transportation. We are going to walk airport, our circle, and back to the airport again. And we are also going to try to find our own drinking water, to live off the land. Let's see how that goes. So we left the airport. There is not really a lot of wilderness around here. It's everything full of streets. We've been walking for a couple hours, and at the airport we've made a big mistake. We just filled one bottle of water and that was not enough, and now we're trying to find water, but there are no rivers and nothing here. It's just because it's very flat and it's relatively close to the coast, so there are lakes, but they're far between, so we're not yet at a lake and we're trying to find water, but the best that we could find is, well, yeah, not that great. And we have a water filter, but we don't really want to risk that yet. We'll suffer a bit more and see if we can find some better water somewhere.
The only nice thing was we saw a beaver, and over there are 2 roe deer, but you can't see them because they are too far away.
We managed to find some water. Yeah, finally. Quality should be better, so we will filter it and we will see what we will get. It does look a lot cleaner than it does in the river.
But it tastes.
We don't trust it too much, just a little bit for the worst thirst, and then we hope to still find some better water. Finishing the last few kilometers to the place where we plan to sleep. Sun will set in about 30 minutes or something. We will see if we can reach there and if the place will have some water as we hope. So yeah, we tried to get some water and it was an utter failure. We were completely defeated by mosquitoes. We tried to reach a lake, or what looked like a lake on the map, but it seemed in the end to be pretty swampy, so we couldn't even really reach it. It wasn't worth the 20 mosquito bites that I have now, but at least we saw some wild boars. That is something, and we will drink the liter of water that we have for now, then stay thirsty through the night and see what we can do tomorrow, find some water. I mean, we are gonna go to Uppsala then anyways, so yeah, it shouldn't be too long. Well, so after a very bad start in the evening, and we went to a forest that was really dark and ugly, and it was close to a street, so we made the best decision of the day probably to move somewhere else. And so that's the setup from now with our hammocks here. This is mine, this is Manuel's, and so we're really happy with it. There are no mosquitoes here other than before, or almost no mosquitoes, so that's a big improvement. And we have mosquito nets on the hammock, so night is quiet, temperature is good. It's gonna be a good night, I think. On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate these blueberries?
At 10. So,
despite the nice night, we decided to stay in a hostel because we're gonna have 5 days at least of the trip where we will be forced to stay outside. So yeah, if we can have a night in a hostel, why not? That's where we were. No trace left, as it should be. Nobody could have known now that we were here. Not sure if the camera can capture it, but this forest here is really pretty. Yeah, very nice spot. fields go over into forest very naturally in some way, like no hard borders and nothing, and there is also lots of small tree islands in the middle. It might be because people here just have enough space. They can leave it natural like that and don't need to fight for every square meter they can get. The quest for water is still ongoing. We will reach a proper lake, a nice lake with a shoreline, but we're not there yet. And there is a second problem as well.
Some shoe problems. Maybe the shoes are a little bit too small. And there's a saying I really like. You have to learn to suffer without complaining, and not to learn complaining without suffering. I try to walk a little bit barefoot on the asphalt, and for now it seems pretty comfortable.
We found some water. Oh my god, it's amazing. We just stumbled upon it. We didn't even think that we would find anything else before. And as you can see, it has those insects on it. We call them water runners. I don't know how they are called in English. And when they are on water, then it means that the water is decently clean. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. You can see through. That's cool. We are filtering. The water is flowing. It's so beautiful.
Crystal clear water. It's the most beautiful of moments. Cheers.
And now we can even cut our route a little bit short, because we don't need to get to the lake that early. And this filter device, it seems to work.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So seems like this method is working, and we don't need to go to the hospital. We're gonna have an okay trip. That's nice to know. It should take us about 1 more hour until we are at the lake. Oh! That's it! It's the lake back there. His feet are getting a bit sore from walking on the asphalt. So, and his shoes are too small for mine, so it's now me going barefoot, and he will use my shoes to protect his feet a bit. Everything so that we can get to the hostel tonight. There, just between the trees, there's the lake.
Okay, cap down please.
Unmistakable. And we are here. Beautiful.
This bird doesn't like its tummy here.
Not really, no. quite dissatisfied with the situation.
And that's why, because there's the nest.
You see it?
Yeah, I
Where is
saw
it?
the eggs, but they
Oh.
are already broken.
They're already hatched. Where are they? Ah, there. Yeah. But in this direction there is Uppsala. It's really wild here, very wild. But this is officially a path. It's not only on Strava with people walking here, it's also officially in the maps that this is a path. They have horses, the Swedes, but cows like this is a rarity. We're making good progress. We're also making good progress because we don't take time to eat. It's our third round now of cold ramen. Feet are acceptable.
Yeah, it's still the same, but I get used to it.
It's officially Uppsala. We're being hunted. We are the prey here. It's terrible, like the mosquitoes at this time in the evening, mosquitoes come out. The mosquitoes here are so aggressive. Ja, was hier? Das ist ja nicht normal. First it was kind of okay, and now all of a sudden extremely. Like you had 3 of them onto you at the same time. I've just seen one flying to my leg and flying away again. It feels like you have a shield around you. It's so beautiful. Never in my life have I loved this so much. I mean, it sounds like we're making a lot of drama out of it, but if you're constantly stung by 3 mosquitoes or so, it's really bad. It really sucks.
So as you can see, I now have found a very funny way to walk. Yeah, more exhausting, but it uses different types of muscles. It looks a little bit weird, but
It does. Now we're really back in civilization. Man is really suffering now. He's biting on a stick because it's apparently really bad. But it's not even 500 meters anymore. We're almost there, almost. This is where we are gonna be. We've just been outside for barely 2 days. Yeah, not really 2 days. And only 1 night, but still it feels really tough.